This tool is Jamboard. It is part of the Google Suite, and it can be used as a digital bulletin board or note board in your classroom. So to make a Jamboard, you go to your Drive, New, go down to the More, and then you have Jamboard, and it will open up a new page. I went ahead and already inserted my basics that I need. To add templates and things like that and setting a background, you can insert an image and then select from your device, which is what I did, or you can Google image search and things like that if you want to use those. So you can add, clear your frames, change your backgrounds. You've got tools there to use. The main tools that we have are the pen, where you just click and drag with your mouse, and so you can write. You always have an undo arrow at the top, so I'm going to use the undo arrow. There's an eraser, so I could have erased it as well. The pointer, when in doubt, go back to the select arrow. Sticky notes is the main tool we will be using. So you just click on it, a note pops up. In this case, you just need your name on it. And you do have some options. You can change the color of the tool, of the sticky note, or you can have a white one. The color could be used as an organization, if depending on the board you are using. If you're trying to do some storyboarding and you need a beginning, middle, and end, you could encourage the students make all the beginning notes yellow, make the middle notes blue, make the ending notes pink. So that way it could help organize, or if people have to sort things. You could also encourage students to use the same color throughout, so that way all of Marlita's are yellow, all of Bobby's are blue. So it just, you can use the color as an organization tool if you want to. Otherwise, you can just let them choose whatever you want them to choose. Once you have typed whatever you need in your sticky note, click on Save, and it will create your note. If you are done making notes, click on Cancel to close that box. You can see my note here. Now, if we had a big class, a page would fill up pretty quickly with the size. So you can resize your sticky note by clicking on the arrow so you have that resize, and then you just click and drag, and it will resize your sticky note. If you hover so you have the 4 arrows, you can click and drag your sticky note to wherever you want it to go. Now, the thing that's different about Jamboard than Padlet, you can move each other's things. So you'd really have to set the ground rules that only touch your Post-it notes and things like that, because everything is editable. It's not locked in just to the user. If I would decide I didn't want the sticky note, you can go to the 3 dots, and then I can delete my note if I don't need it. So those are the basic tools. You can circle things, and if you click on the arrow, you have more shapes. So if you really want to highlight something, you could add the circles there. You can change the order by sending to the back or sending backwards. I'm going to bring this one forward instead. Maybe I'll bring it to the front. There. And so if you want to highlight something that way, you can use shapes as well. I'll go ahead and get rid of that. You can add text boxes, so if you need to just regularly type or make a title, you have options to just make a regular text box. And this laser pointer is kind of cool. So if you're trying to explain something, you click and drag with your mouse, but then it'll go away after a little bit. So it's not like the pen where it stays, but I can draw your attention to picture number 2, and then it will go away. I can draw your attention to picture number 1, and it'll go away. So that's the laser pointer. That's kind of neat. So then when in doubt, I would just go back to select so things aren't getting added and changed. If you need to zoom in, right now we're just seeing the full screen. There is the zoom button at the top. So when we get to our group and I want to see all the post notes, now I can see our names a little easier after I've zoomed in. But then you can go back out to see the whole page at once. And that is a quick rundown of Jamboard. So really what we're using is the sticky note. You click on the sticky note, type what you need, and create.